Now everybody's getting up. The neighborhood's starting to turn orange and purple.
Yeah.
As we came back last night, more lights are up because we were gone for the weekend. So, yeah, more lights are up now. Haven't seen as many inflatables just yet, but they're going to show up within the next week or two.
Oh yeah, that's
and
it's on.
Yeah.
It's on.
Oh, it's
you
on.
Started it.
Yeah, it was the first house up in the neighborhood this year.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah. Because at first it's like you're sticking out like a sore thumb, but then as everything starts to grow, and I think we're in competition with our next door neighbor now, because they saw it go up, and the very next weekend they put their stuff up.
Competition's good.
Yeah, competition is good.
We're going to win. It's a win-win.
It's good for the kids because there's going to be a fight for who has the best candy and all that. And that's good stuff. And I kind of want to. Oh my goodness! I did a test drive of the costume at my daughter's birthday party, and I scared the bejesus out of a couple of the guests because what I did is I hid in the inflatables. So yeah, Jack Skellington, the pumpkin patch, and then I stood on the other side of the pumpkin patch, parallel to Jack, in costume but motionless, right? And as the kids are coming up, I would let them walk by me and then get them. I was great. Only one kid exposed me.
You were the hit.
They loved it. Yeah, but then this was the first time I was meeting a lot of the parents. So I'm in like full garb and costume, and it's like, yeah, I'm her dad. Yeah, hi, how you doing?
A couple raised eyebrows.
Yeah, like, you're all in on this. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, have fun. Your kids are only kids once.
You're reliving your youth.
Absolutely. That's the point of having kids. It's not to make them do dishes so you can relive your childhood that you never got to do.
Absolutely.
I find they make the best parents. Be a kid with your kid. Guide them, mentor them, but
while you can, because there's going to come a time when they're not going to want to be bothered.
Exactly, and that's fine. That's fine.
Just like you did.
That's a part of it. Yeah, that's a part of it. And you enjoy it while it lasts, and really enjoy it when it comes back, because it always comes back.
It does come back. It comes back.
So I look at my dad and I's relationship now. It's awesome. It's a great relationship. But we went through some rocky patches.
It got better?
It was good when I was little. I became a teenager. It was not good.
Right.
And after, becoming an adult, joining the Army, coming back and all that, we're good friends now, I would say. Not just father and son.
It's a very important relationship. Yeah. It's a good thing.
Yeah, we don't talk like father and son anymore. We talk like friends, which is nice.
That's good.
Because there's more to our relationship now than just blood, if you will. I like him as a person. He likes me as a person. That's there, and I think everybody should get there.
Yes,
with their kids.
Yes.
Yes. And if you're not going in that direction, man, you need to redirect. Because I, for one, think it all comes down to the parents. Because the kids aren't in control of anything for the vast majority of their childhood. Them acting out is a sign of revolution, not anything necessarily indicative of their nature, right? Squeeze the nicest dog long enough and it'll bite you, So, yeah, I think parents just, first off, you brought the kids here. They didn't ask to be here.
You did create.
You wanted to have some fun. This was the consequence of the fun. And this isn't a pro-life argument here. You had your children, so treat them like the fun they were to make. Not to be weird about it, but let's be real, It was fun to make them, so have fun with them.
Well, it was fun raising them, but then they became teenagers, and then they come back in the fold, but sometimes it takes a little longer.
It can.
Everyone's different.
Here's my thing. I think empathy always wins the day, especially with kids.
Empathy.
And if you could just remember what it was like to be a teenager, right? Like I remember, I don't remember in total vivid detail what it was like to be a teenager, but I remember how awkward I was, how I was dealing with all the changes my body was going through, all the feelings my mind was going through, how I felt like I was going to pop at any moment. I was just a ball of testosterone, and how unfathomably uncomfortable that was just to be around. I didn't like me being around, let alone anybody being around me, And God, all the different phases and awkwardness, and it's different for every kid, but you know that that's happening. And you went through it. So, like we said, every kid is different, but if you know it's going to come, why fight it? Why not embrace it? Why not guide it?
You were probably rough on your parents.
I was, because they fought me. Right. Again, soft versus hard, right? So if you're going to go head to head with a bawling rage of testosterone, or a raging ball of testosterone, there's going to be conflict.
So it's conflict.
But if you know that if you temper that raging ball of conflict or of testosterone in my case, then then it's not as raging. It sparks less fires. It's whatever. I mean, my daughter, she's 13. She's getting a little sassy, right? But I know she's getting sassy.
It comes with the neighborhood. It comes with that age.
But I don't fight her on it.
And it's not a bad thing. I think she's like standing up to authority.
Absolutely.
She's testing the waters.
Seeing what she can get away with, seeing what she can do and can't do. But what I did was make sure that her boundaries were so far that she couldn't see them, right? And we're not going to let you get hurt necessarily, but I'm going to let you run around the field, and the gates in the field are so large you don't know there's any gates, right? So you can run around, do the thing. I'm always watching whether you know I'm there or not, right? Not in a weird sort of, if you do anything I'll find out kind of way. Just, I've got my eye on you. I know what's happening, and I keep tabs so that in the event that something happens or something's going to happen and I can kind of step in and it's going to have more detriment than benefit, then I can do it.
But you allow it to happen.
I allow a lot of things to go down.
Space. Well, you got to.
Whereas like right now, her and her mother are butting heads like crazy. At least that's the report. And I can understand that. Her mom's going to meet her head on at all points in time. And that's...
But you have to let the kid grow.
You do.
With her friends, you have to give him space, but still you're monitoring.
So one of the things is she's getting older. She's 13. She's feeling some type of way. She's been in this transitional period where she's gone from dolls and toys to collectibles and books, right? And that's fantastic. So we're having this sort of coming of age, like, period right now. We went in and redecorated her room, took all the toys she wanted to get rid of from her childhood. We took them, we donated them to Goodwill. We restocked the shelves with stuff that fit who she is now, repainted the room, changed out the bedding and all this, and now it looks like a teenager's room, right?
She's transitioning.
And I had a hand in helping her do that. And not a conflict, like, okay, you're changing, you're feeling some type of way. Sure, no problem. Let's help out. I had her paint the room with me. So we're doing this together, right? We're doing the transition together. I'm transitioning with her from a parent of a child to a parent of a teenager. So let's transition together, right? Easy enough. That's, again, soft overcoming the hard.
You go with it.
Yeah, don't fight the river. Right. You're going downstream, right?
That is something that you got to learn.
That's
you
it.
Can't fight the river.
That's it. The change is happening, whether you want it to or not. And more importantly, I think, I remember the conflicts between my father and I. And so long as he was stronger and faster and bigger, the conflicts were only going to go one way. But I had a couple of those moments where I struck out, because we would get into tussles. And there were a couple times I knocked him down. Now he got back up and he made me pay for it. And I had that, oh my God moment. And he was going to win this. I just got a sucker punch on him. Not a real punch, but just a good move in on him. But I noticed, especially when I came back from the Army, my dad was not in the mood to do anything like that anymore.
But you had the sense not to do it.
Correct.
You gained the knowledge, the sense not to.
I had a respect for my dad.
Physical.
I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah. Which is good before you do have a...
Right. Well, I was afraid he would just he would Hulk out and just murder me. Like no matter how good of a shot I got in on him, 10 more were coming my way.
But didn't you get to the point where you realized that was the wrong thing to do, to use violence?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But you had to grow up and learn.
I had to learn. Yeah.
And that was, I think, maybe from the military, you learned to respect.
Sure.
Don't use that. Maybe you could beat him, but you don't want
That was never the thing anymore. And he looked at me differently when I came back from and I think that started our friendship beginning. Like
That's why I think the military is very important for a guy at that age to grow up.
It's necessary for some people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I needed it. I definitely needed it.
Yeah. So after I got out, my dad looked at me as a man, not as a boy anymore.
Because you were.
Right. I had 2 wars under my belt at that point, and I see how he talks to my brothers, and it's a much different interaction that he has with them than I have with him. Thank you for joining us for that clip of our weekly podcast. If you want to get more bonage footage or join us for the entire podcast, head on over to Patreon, where our Eagle, Tiger, and Dragon subscribers get access to not only what we cast and talk about, but advanced lessons in your forms, in your Tai Chi, and in your life.